So, just looking at the crypto vibe energy forecast that I start every week for myself for my own crypto trading. And I use the tarot, I use astrology and pure intuition to sort of give myself an idea of what the coming week is going to look like. And I do that by the month as well. But I like to go micro, and obviously it's never exact. And no one should base any trading on just this. It's a complementary to your technical analysis, fundamentals, and everything that you use, all your strategies. And this is not financial advice. This is really just what I'm making for myself, and I figured that I would share it, which is also going to be, or it is currently available as a weekly subscription, a monthly subscription, where you get a weekly energy crypto market vibe forecast thing. So to illustrate, I'm going to show what I wrote about last week, starting August 25th. The sentiment meter is where I get like the general vibe, and you see it like yellow is pretty neutral or kind of choppy, green is obviously bullish, red is obviously bearish, and orange is sort of like bearish a little bit, right? Generally, I also put a blue dot for when it's just kind of sideways or flowy or whatever. I'll indicate in the right side or in the key wrist flags how the biggest things to pay attention to, and just, you know, little reminders, little sort of post-it notes to add. So last week was conviction swings meet karmic resets. So the week tests stamina, not just entries. And it's true that it was choppy, it was unpredictable, and it's been unpredictable, right? August was kind of hell. Trader hygiene tip is really the emotional hygiene that every trader needs to have. So respect endings, cutting early beats marrying a trade into the grave, which was so true last week, right? Like you figured that something that pumped was going, you know, you had your longs in and you thought that it was going to go not to the moon necessarily, but maybe you had like R&R that was like, I don't know, 2-to-1 and ended up being 1-to-1 because, you know, there was some choppiness, whatever. But let's look at it. So to demonstrate, there's obviously more details in the newsletter, like including energy hygiene stuff and alts. Sometimes I look at alts if I'm being asked, but mostly it's the top 3. Last week was Bitcoin was, you know, conviction breakout but risky. Yeah. Ethereum was split and shaky. Solana had a bit of a momentum. It was probably the healthiest anyway. But let's see, Monday was choppy, and I think I illustrated it here. Yeah, so it's roughly Eastern and into the Asian market, the Asian session. A little bit Asian session is here, but Monday was choppy. Yeah, I mean, like, look at this, right? So that's just Bitcoin, but we're not going to do everyone. But there was a dump, and okay, that could have been a little clearer, but overall it was choppy. Then it was like no action in Asia. And the Tuesday market was bullish bias, gradual climb. And yeah, right? It was a sort of gradual climb here. Then it went down a bit. Asia kind of dumped. And then Wednesday was a dump risk, breakdown energy. It was more choppy than anything. It did break down though, right here. Like we thought after Asia dumped a little bit that it was going to climb since there was a higher high from Tuesday, but it dumped, which made a lower high. So yeah. Kind of expected to go up a little bit with some manipulation before Asia, right here. And Thursday was bullish bias. Wait, that kind of dumped, so that wasn't right. Why would it be bullish? Well, anyway, so that wasn't that great. It tried to recover, but it didn't work. So see how like sometimes you just have to also be very stick to your technical analysis, right, and be very watchful of the market itself. But then Friday was bearish tilt. That wasn't just a tilt, it kind of dumped, but you know, yes, it was bearish and then choppy. Saturday, strong pump. There was a pump, but it wasn't a pump, it just kind of went up. And Sunday chop, and yes, it is just chop. So here you go, Wednesday volatility spike. The key risk flags for last week was that Wednesday was going to be volatile and whipshish, right? And it was volatile. Like it was a lot of cheek. Let me see a little closer. That's the 15 minutes. So yeah. And that wick right here, right? It was very wicky. Look at that. Look at those wicks on Wednesday. So yeah, that was right. Friday, capitulation, reversal test. Could start as a strong breakout, but end with a punishing reversal. Oh, I guess that was the case, right? Like there was a breakout. And that wick again, like that was punishing. And bam, like I didn't say dump, but here was more bearish tilt, but I did, talk about the risk flag of it being it wasn't too sure, was it to be a bearish tilt or, the reversal test, right? And the weekend FOMO rallies that can trap late chasers, yeah, right? Because then you think that it's going to go up and then boom. So there you go. That's what you get in the newsletter. The current one that I have right now up on my Kofi for this week, I'm seeing chop for today, and today, let's see on TradingView. Yeah, today was kind of shitty. Look, let's see. The New York session started around here, right? Chop, 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 chop. Burp, dump. Yeah, very choppy, very choppy. So that's for today. Tomorrow is going to pump a little bit. Wednesday dump, Thursday chop, Friday pump, Saturday flow. It's kind of sideways. Sunday chop. My key risk flags Wednesday and Friday. Like Wednesday is a trap day. Friday there might be a push. Just take profits, people. Something about Solana, and then like I do the day by day of what I see in the tarot, what I see in astrology, the blend of it all, and what posture I'm going to personally take for my own trading. So that's day by day. Some more interpretation of the cards in astrology about the top 3. This week I didn't do alts. I'm gonna wait to do alts until like you ask for it, and that's it. And then the practical notes: we have to be wary about the eclipses, especially the next one. The first one is on the 7th. So we'll see. Certain astrology schools expect surges and such, and others are like, nah, it's just a fake eclipse or whatever. So to each their own, and as usual, you got to do your own research and figure out your own trading and such. This is not financial advice. This is what I'm doing, and I figured that I would share what I find in the tarot and astrology, so that if you want to sign up for it, this is my page on Kofi. You can find it at kofi.com/sevbaron. And in the memberships, you can choose a membership level. And for the first 30 people, it will be a $5 a month membership where you get weekly newsletter, exclusive content of the tarot and astrology readings for the crypto market energy ahead of the week. And after the 30 people, it will go up to $10 a month. So that's that. I hope that you sign up for it and, let me know. And we can discuss that.